Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on the Jayco Eagle 280 RSOK travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a few things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for that awning to come in and out. Get a little slide down there as well. On your off campsite, besides your slide, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug in right in front of your tires, on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your docking station for all your water is going to be up toward the front on the same side. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. Unit comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Now on a unit this long, I do recommend getting a stick-on level. Find the center of your unit on your off-camp side, just stick that on there. Have someone watch that while you bring this up. Or you can set a level inside your camp door and bring this up and down until it's level. Should you lose power, under this rubber stopper is a manual override. That's your hand crank right here. We'll get on and we'll bring this up and down should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Got your unit level. Let's go ahead and stabilize it. Your unit's equipped with power stabilizing jacks. Simply going to come here and hit extend. As they come down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in summer. Put them down underneath these and run these down just until they're taut. Once it feels like you're starting to lift the unit, go ahead and stop. Because remember, we're already level. We don't want to change that. This hand crank right here with the slotted end, this is a manual override for your power stabilizing jacks. Come to your opposite side over here. Push that right up inside there. And you can bring these back up without power. Alright, we got our unit level and stable. We'll bring down the back ones and do that as well. I'll show you where those come down at. So we got our unit, get our unit level and stable, and we'll hook up our power and water. Rear ones will come down back here. They're a little taller than the ones up front. Sometimes you may have to adjust this foot on each side. Sometimes one side comes down before the other. It's just how they're made, how they work. Alright, you got your unit level and stable. Let's hook up your power and water. Big long 50 amp cord. Plugs in up here on the side. Where these Furrion cords go on now, they will come into the left. Once it's in, turn it to the right and then lock on your gray washer. At the end of the 50 amp, should you need to plug into a 50 to 30 amp reducer, comes with your convenience pack, and a 30 to 15 amp in case you need to plug into a 110 somewhere. Get the power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Come up to this docking station. I'm going to get this spray port out of the way. It's just a quick connect here. Alright, in your docking station, they made it real simple on these Jaycos. You've only got two buttons to switch. Turn on our light up here. Alright, at campsites, we are going to hook up to city water connection. Blue to the right, green to the left. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protect the lines in your unit. I always use this when putting fluid in here because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up to where it says city water connection. Again, making sure this is set up for city water. Hook your water pressure up, hook the hose up. One more step before turning that hose on. Let's find your hot water heater. Here's is located right here in front of your slide. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is make sure our drain plug's back in. May have left it out last time you were camping. Make sure that's back in there. Once that's in there nice and snug, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After the hose has been on for a little while, go inside and open up your slides. I need you to get in there and open up all of your water taps. Get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water. Then you know that your lines are full. You can shut them off and you can turn that hot water heater on indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping, but we're not going to go to a campsite. We're going to go boondocking or dry camping. In that case, we're going to have a two-step process. We're going to start by filling the tank, and then we will switch to dry camping. Start up here with tank fill. Blue down, green to the left. Hose in the same spot. Water pressure regulator on. Plug your hot water heater the same way. Turn that on. Now I want you to go inside and watch your tank fill. Where you check your black and gray tanks, there's also a button for your fresh water. Once that's full, remove that hose, put your cap back on. Now we switch to dry camp. Green down, blue to the left, and then when we want to utilize that water, we'll just turn on the water pump. Turn it on here, indoors. Don't turn on that water pump when using city water, that's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set up to camp. We got power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, continuing here in the docking station. Again, a light. Up here, you're prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Spray port hose hooks up to this hot and cold water shower. Here's where we would bypass our water heater when we winterize or sanitize. Water pump. Here's where we'll winterize and sanitize on this side. There's it where you set your buttons for that. You just turn on your water pump to suck that in, make sure that you're bypassing. Cable satellite hookup, city water, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. And then conveniently run all your hoses down through here so you can close your door. Got another light in your big pass-through storage area. Underneath here is a low point drain. It's a freshwater drain. Have two drains here. That is your regular low point drains. Again, our hot water heater and our power. Say flue for your furnace. Couple things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. Come around to the back of the unit, you got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You're prepped for a backup camera. Show you real quick on your awning over here. You have a pitch adjust where you can pull down on this and that'll adjust all the rainwater down this way away from your campsite. You can do that from either end. Big outdoor kitchen here. A quick connect LP. Prep for a TV, cable and satellite. 110 or 12 volt. If you have a 110 with a GFCI reset, this is a little area that Furrion has made. They sell these Bluetooth speakers online. You can get those and attach these onto here. Lighting and our grill. Pull that out, quick connect underneath, down to that quick connect. Access to the back of your fridge. A vent for your microwave. You have a light so you can see your steps at night. A couple outdoor speakers. spare tire manual crank, the same crank that you use for your stabilizing jacks or power tongue jack manual override. You can use to bring down your spare tire. Inside our storage is our battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. Speaking of that, your propane does come with a cover. It's on a regulator. Point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. And the back, green means you got gas. These are the controls for your lights up here. And that about covers everything out here. Let's take a look on the inside. Coming up beside the unit, first thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Coming up top here, let's open this up and go straight to our control panel. So here's where we check the levels of our tanks, our gray tanks, our black tank, H2O. That's the one I said to hold down when you're filling up your fresh tank. Here's your brand new battery. Exterior light is your awning light. These are blank. Here's where you turn on your water pump when using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to electric, your water heater if hooked to gas. It does make a difference. Down here are slide controls. On your awning, you only want to run that awning out until you can see that brown bar and the white flap. If you continue to hold that, that will start to run itself up backwards onto itself. So keep an eye on it when you run it out, and only run it out as far as you need to. As I run that back in, down below are some more controls for lighting. Here's where the template is for solar. Behind that is some solar power pre-wiring, in case you ever decide to wire this whole thing for solar. Leave that for the techs. And as our awning comes in, shut the lights off. Close our door to finish our tour. Our thermostat here. We'll get the AC going. It's a little warm in here. As that cranks up, here's dimming lights for your living room. And there's your AC. Shut your AC off. Gotta go through everything. That shuts off rather quickly. Now I'm going to turn on your heat. You'll hear your heat kick on. You'll notice after when I shut your heat off, there it goes. Shut your heat off. It's going to take a few minutes for that heat to cycle through before it actually shuts off. Down below that, breaker box and fuses. Got quite a variety in there. I highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Just pantry area. These are covers for your chairs. Chairs will also flip forward for storage and strap in for travel. An extension on your table. Your chairs have what I call a parachute pull. Reach in here and pull up on that parachute pull and that'll recline you. Also, massage, heat, accent lighting down below, and USB port. From here, hey, the remotes are where they're supposed to be. That won't last long. Crank up your TV. You also have a remote for your sound system and fireplace. On your television, when you arrive at the campsite, go straight into your menu and run your local digital channel scan so you can pick up the local channels. I'll go over and try on your sound system from up here, show you where it's at. AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, CD player, really cool sound system. There's your volume. Zones 1, 2, and 3, indoors, outdoors, and both. Find AM, FM. Don't know what we'll pick up for channels in this building here. Metal buildings aren't good for picking up channels, but there we go. Now all the zones are off. Outdoors, up front, living room, nice sound system. Fireplace, not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing is the heat, folks. If you are out camping and it's chilly in the morning or evening, instead of using up your gas to heat, if you're at a campsite, turn on this electric heater and it will get it toasty in here in no time and save you gas. Quickly show you how to set the sofa up. Velcro backs, just remove those. Standing in the middle gives you good leverage. Lift it, open your metal legs, pull it up and out towards you. Flip the back down, and just that quickly you've got a sofa or a sleeper. Now the biggest thing to remember is putting the back up first. Otherwise, if you lift the front up, you're gonna damage your sofa. So again, standing in the middle allows you to leverage. Jackknife this back down. Return our cushions, and just that quickly we are back to a sofa. On your island, on the back side of your island, you got a 110 with GFCI reset and your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention that's 12 volt, always running off your battery. If you're going out dry camping, boondocking somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery. If you're going to be gone for the entire day and you don't want this to run your battery down, use that battery disconnect. Self-explanatory microwave. Does have your light, high and low fan. Cooktop. Rock this top back for a nice backsplash. Turn your panel light up. Turn this to light. Hit your spark. There's your flame. I'll show you all three of these working on this used unit here. Shut them off. Same thing on the oven. Turn it to light here. Hit your spark. That will light it, and then turn it to the desired temperature. You take that panel light and rock it down, it becomes an oven light. In our ceiling, there's our smoke alarm. Make sure you freshen them batteries up when they need them. In our bathroom, a couple things. First one here's a fan. All the rest are lighting. Shower door. Make sure that's secure for travel. Got some plumbing underneath your sink to maintain. Just keep an eye on that. In our bedroom, these lights, touch it once and it gives you a blue light. Hold it in and it gives you a reader. All these accent lights are lightable from here. You're prepped for a TV back here with a backer, cable in 110. Inside here, prepped for a washer and dryer. And that about covers everything on the inside. So act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. That one will actually magnet open, but we'll pull it close. So I like to start by coming to my control panel. We don't have a main light on there. So we're just going to shut off our main lights here and walk around the unit and shut off all of the other accent lights. I want to show you this dinette light also has a dimmer. Just hold your finger on it or touch it to shut it off. Get all these accent lights off. Back to my control panel and say doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Slide 1, retract. As you see, they utilize about every inch here. I want you to hear that noise. That is just the slide mechanism telling itself not to come in any further. Again, on the doors and drawers, make sure all those are nice and tight, because again, these utilize every inch they can. After I'm in, shut our lights off and exit the unit. Biggest thing to remember on these steps, make sure your exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. You also have adjustable feet. Remove these cotters, lift them up and down. Set your door in. Before you leave the dump station, and I say that in case you want to go inside and check your levels on your tanks from your control panel. Before you leave, lock and deadbolt this door, lift and turn this handle. If we are out boondocking, we're going to come back here below our fridge area here and dump this low point drain. Bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on home. If we're at a campsite, we're going to unhook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. And at the dump station, park accordingly. Right where it says Santa Con door location is where your dump is going to be. Hook up your hose. 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. Come on up front and pull our black tank. Once that black tank is empty, go inside and make sure it is empty. If it is empty, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, and hook up to this tank flush. Let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that. Make sure all the washout you just put in there has drained. Then close your black handle and pour your gray. That's going to be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers. While my grays are draining, I get up underneath and dump my other 2 low point drains. One here, and then your double down here. We're done camping for the season. When them low point drains are done, come to your pressure or your hot water heater, lift up on this pressure regulator. That's going to release some hot water out of there, so be careful. When that's done, push that back down so your door will close. Then you can pull your drain plug. After your first gray is done, close that, pull your second gray. When your second gray is done, again, it's going to be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers, and that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Close that last one. Take your sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it away somewhere safe and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Eagle for many years to come. Happy camping.